Hello, each week we dive into a hot topic about video games. And this week we're going to talk about our top 5 games that deserve a sequel. There was a game that came out. It was awesome. And it never saw another game of its name. Yep. No sequel, no follow-up, no remaster, nothing. Austin, what is your first one that you want to talk about?
Halo ODST. Obviously, when it takes place and you're an ODST, you have to go through the city, and it's very this noir, more stealthy kind of gameplay, and you don't have that much health, so it's just like, oh my, like, this is what I kind of always wanted, but didn't know I wanted it until I saw this. It played great, and I thought the characters were great. Like, there's actual story. I absolutely love this game.
No, I agree with you. We're adding this to the list because it was such a departure from what a traditional Halo game was. Most of the Halo games revolved around Master Chief, with the exception of Halo 5 Guardians, which was just hot pile of garbage and we want to forget about. ODST was really cool and interesting. Alan Wake came out in May of 2010. We've been talking about this game for a long time. This is a game that's getting a crossover DLC with Control. How Alan Wake plays into this, we're not quite sure yet, but Alan Wake is going to be in some way, shape, or form in Awe, the new Episode 2 DLC for Control. But Alan Wake is one of those games that I was so engrossed in the story. Before it even came out, they did a short series of episodes that gave you backstory to the world. And I just love this idea because it was the first time I had played a game that had a story that wasn't a super crazy, weird sci-fi game. It wasn't a shooter. It was just such a different experience. I just remember playing through that, just lead up to the story itself. The graphics were great. That was back like during the 360 generation.
Oh, yeah.
Where, I mean, it just like was mind-blowing, like how good this game looked.
You know, they tie Alan Wake to the Control universe. You know, there might be an Alan Wake 2 of some kind, in some form or fashion. Just give me a remake of it. I'll take it. Star Wars Republic Commando. You get to just kind of go around and explore the universe in a way you never got to explore before. And, you know, boots on the ground type thing. Me and Travis fell in love with it. We played this game over and over and over again because it was just so much fun. It was co-op, yeah.
Okay.
So it was awesome.
I never played this game, and I kind of wish. I mean, it looks cool. It looks interesting. I never played many Star Wars games, honestly, growing up, but this one definitely looks fun. It came out in 2005. 15 years, man.
I think you can buy it on Steam, though.
It's pretty awesome, though, that it still survived. You can get it for $10 on Steam.
Even better.
$9.99.
I think I should get it, actually.
My next game that I want to have a sequel come out for, which I'm surprised it never did, but Brutal Legend came out in October of 2009. This is a game featuring Jack Black. It was a Double Fine production. It was a action-adventure type game. You played a roadie working with this like metal band, and then the gates of hell of the rock gods hell open up or something, and you go down into the gates of hell to do something with the guitar of like rock goddism or whatever and fight demon things and play your guitar was your weapon. It was such a zany, crazy game, but it was more of an open world. You could drive a car. It looked like something that, you know, Ozzy Osbourne would drive around in. It had an upgrade system a little bit. You'd upgrade your character to have more powers, different combo maneuvers. Really interesting story, really funny. Maybe we'll get something out of Brutal Legend at some point in the future, especially now that, you know, Jack Black's got his YouTube channel going on a little bit and getting more into games. Like, I could see that having a resurgence in some way. Will it do as well as it did back then? I don't know, but I think it's got a lot of potential to excel. Another game I got, Spore came out in 2008, and this was a game from Maxis, creators of The Sims. You started as an amoeba. The gameplay changed with every evolution. So when you were playing as an amoeba, it was kind of like a little side scroller, and then you eventually evolved and could go to the next stage of life and go on land and become a creature, an organism on land. And then from there, it basically became like an action-adventure game where you go around, you collect resources, you find other people to befriend or fight. Eventually, you build tribes and fight other tribes. And then it evolved from there into like a civilization-style game where now you were controlling whole cities. And then you evolved from there and built a ship that would take you to space. And then now you're up in space.
Yeah.
And you travel around. And that was when you like full control of the world, build resource relationships between different planets and sometimes terraform planets, I believe.
Aliens would come and attack your planet. So you have to go back and deal with that.
Yeah, that's
I thought
true.
that was
yeah.
crazy. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was such a wild adventure, and you could like create your own characters in that game. So it had a whole character creator, which naturally people started creating a bunch of penises as they do in games like this.
I was just watching some of the crazy ones here online.
An incredible game for its time. There's so many things that could be done differently. The way in which the gameplay works from moment to moment, like the space is a big one. I think that they could really kind of take to another level. I'd love to see them come back and remake this. We have Republic Commando, Halo ODST, Alan Wake, Brutal Legend, and Spore. Now we need to rank these as our definitive top 5 games that deserve a sequel. So slotting in at number 5, Austin, what would be your pick? And then I'll argue with you about why it's not a good pick.
Brutal Legend.
That's a terrible idea.
I know.
I'm just kidding. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'll give you that, actually.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The only thing I would argue with that on is
that.
Republic Commando, because like I just never played it though, so I can't really talk on it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I feel like Republic Commando probably, like Brutal Legend is such a cult classic but Republic Commando I feel like has a bigger name and backing to it.
Yeah.
So I could see that kind of falling in. But it would be a close argument. Like I would almost argue it, but I think I agree. Brutal Legend, number 5. Republic Commando.
Okay, I'll let you have that one.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you have that one.
Right.
Now, top 3 is going to be interesting.
Oh, no, this is easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, you know what?
What's your 3?
I am gonna argue against 4. It should be Spore.
No, can't do it. I won't do it. Now we got to figure out how to do a tiebreaker. How do we do a tiebreaker?
I don't know. We flip a coin or something?
Shit. No. We gotta, I guess, make our case. What makes Republic Commando deserve a sequel more?
It's definitely more mainstream, obviously. And I think Spore is definitely more on that cult classic list, too.
Yeah.
And I think Republic Commando just expanded upon Star Wars in a way that was interesting and new.
There's an article here that I just pulled up that said that Star Wars Republic Commando could have saved us from Battlefront 2, but never got the chance. So I don't know if they're talking about the latest, because this came out in 2018. So I'm assuming they're talking about Battlefront 2, like the one that got pay to win and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I see Republic Commando as less innovative of a game.
True.
Like that's kind of where I sit at with it.
Okay. So you're going innovation.
But yeah, but I mean that's not the only reason. I mean I think it would probably Republic Commando honestly would probably sell more. Oh, that's fine. We'll do Spore as number 4.
All right.
But Republic Commando number 3.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Republic Commando is not allowed to go higher.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to agree. This is the fastest list making ever, because I think we're going to agree these next 2. ODST for 2, and then definitely Alan Wake for number 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's a much more insightful, like interesting story that you can be a normal dude in this crazy world, and it was actually interesting and exciting and thoughtful, and craziness happened around every corner.
So Alan Wake is number 1, ODST is number 2, Republic Commando is number 3, Spore is number 4, Brutal Legend is number 5.
Okay.
And then my list is Alan Wake, ODST, Spore, Brutal Legend, and Republic Commando at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know anything about Republic Commando.
Right.
I'd like to play that though. Man, if they remastered that, I think that'd be fun. Awesome. Well, that's our list, everybody. Number 1, Alan Wake for top games that deserve a sequel. Alan Wake, ODST, Republic Commando, Spore, and Brutal Legend. That is it. If you disagree with this list, or if you have any comments or additional items you want to add in there, I know one of the ones that a lot of people are going to say is Bully. Neither of us have really played Bully. You didn't play Bully, right? Mm-mm. Yeah, we never played Bully, so it's not on our list for that reason. But I could see it being an honorable mention. If you have something that's not on this list that you want to see have a sequel, let's talk about it. Let us know in the comments below. Or, if you're listening to the podcast, you got to shoot us an email. hello@dinogamer.net.
Yep.
And
if you like this content that we're doing here with lists, let us know, and we'll continue doing this, because I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.